All right. Peace and blessings, Savo, the Honorable One, the Success Scholar, Hakeem Shakur, me here. Thank you for tuning in and listening in. Man, I'm just having an epiphany. Sometimes, I go back into my past and reflect on my ascension and my evolution, and as well as many of my experiences. And, I've always been a little broadly astute, shall I say, in terms of studying many different things. And fortunately, I've always uh, had to stay progressive in my analysis in terms of managing my time and managing the energy of where I organize. And I just had an epiphany about the Afro Centric Cultural RBG communities, right? And sometimes I think back in terms of all the different lectures that I've attended and all the different conferences and workshops, and I spent a lot of time actually, and and not to always, uh, think like I'm being a capitalist in a sense, but you know, sometimes you have to know your value in this world, right? You have to understand who you are and what you're contributing, and whether it's fortunately or unfortunately, many people will try to regulate you into uh, particular pecking orders, uh, based upon your age. Now, I've been in several different communities and organizations where individuals have attempted to regulate people based upon age sets, and what I found, for instance, is that these communities, these different cultural groups, for instance, uh, you know, their children or particularly their families are not necessarily more productive or progressive, for instance, than in many of the other families that are out here. So I just have to ask the question when we are talking about families: is it just you know putting on some African clothes and beating on some drums? Because not to say that's everyone, of course, but I have not necessarily seen any models, of well-rounded, conscious communities, or serious institution building, right? And I had recently, I had recently, rather interestingly, a funny little discussion. Some brothers that really need to study a lot, but they consider themselves nationalists or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they study or what their particular orientation is, but I'm just like, they really, really disconnected from all the relevant progressive uh, things that are going on. And this is where I'm just like, all right, let me just make it plain. I can't put myself in some of these nationalist categories, because unfortunately, uh, from what I've experienced and seen, that many of these individuals, they're not very critical in their thinking. They don't think about that. And I believe that unfortunately many people follow different people forever, and they don't necessarily develop a high level of comprehension skills and and organizational skills. So um, they're not able to really develop these dynamics in the proper time. So, what am I saying? What am I saying? It's rather unfortunate that, make sure I get over here, many individuals are still showing up for things that they did over and over and over. I mean, the rituals that people are doing, burning some incense and sage. And, for real, we need builders. We need people that are grinding, you know. And, many people, they want to pretend like they got it going on. They got a little professor job somewhere, teaching some school, and teaching people, poverty consciousness and what we need to do. But they're not, they can't, they haven't organized in different spaces, and they haven't done some of the basic things like holistic health, for instance. And recently in the DMV area, for instance, there was a lecture going on that a holistic speaker was speaking, but then you have somebody that, doesn't even practice a healthy holistic life, right? So that was really, you know, interesting. But on top of that, many of these individuals, and I'm just coming from an event, so if you see stuff in the back, that's what it was. Well, actually, a little earlier. But you know, many of these individuals, they haven't even positioned themselves to own anything significant. Uh, they're not taking care of their health so that they can maximize on their production, and they can't build strong families if you don't have time for your children. So again, I know that we're all over, black people, what I've seen, are all over the place with different little philosophies, ideologies, and fortunately my mind is continuing to racing, but I'm learning how to have some peace within my life, and to you know, maximize my good health. And I'm feeling good that I have such a decent level of health, that I'm gonna be in a position to be around. So uh, again, things are definitely moving forward, shall I say. Progress is being made. Uh, the Success Scholar is going to another level. Just coming from the Reginald F. Lewis Museum. Yeah, I was there. I had some dope books, mixed it up a little bit. And I'm just like, all right, let me regroup this. Let me regroup this. I kind of got a good grasp on various fundamentals. I did pick up some more good intel. Got to get a good book that one of the speakers recommended. But it's unfortunate that right now, many of the African Senate, even the whole African Senate school movement, uh, you know, they're keeping people in poverty and creating dysfunctional families, just like the rest of the black community. And I don't expect that, and that's why I'm just like, man, this is crazy. You have people, out here that are experiencing and allowing for these musicians to infiltrate, musicians and hip hop artists and performers to come in and push black degeneracy in on our children, and everybody just accepts it. So I'm just like, man, this is crazy. I'm like, man, I'm feeling like I'm in my own little world, and I got my little conscious. What was that movie? They Live, or what was it? Yeah, They Live, and I got my little glasses on, and I can see all the little black people acting like some controlled zombies, you know, on running around on a plantation like they don't want to be free. And here I am striving to get free, but realizing that not many people actually are gonna read books, you know, like really reinvent themselves. Many people, these people, they just clone. They might remind me of, what's that film, I, Robot, where all of those robots lined up, and the the one robot would move at different times. Remind me of how humans are, man. We gotta free our mind, and this is why many people don't understand my growth and ascension. But progress is gonna be made. Progress is gonna be made. I'm gonna change gears here over the next few weeks, next few months, and really step things up, change this game up, change this narrative, uh, and really set this thing off, set some things off over the next few weeks. So, looking forward to the next phase. What's going on? What's going on? Well, maybe I may have a spot in the film. Uh, maybe have a commercial. Got some good feelers out here going on. What else? What else? May have. What else I may have? Um, what else going on? Next week. Got my show on Monday. In fact, gotta work on a guest here. But yeah, man, we gotta change this. We gotta change this game. We can't be listening to people that haven't even picked up any serious financial books. I mean, like really, like you can't lead me if you can't teach me. So that's unfortunately that's what we have. We have people running around trying to teach people things that they haven't even touched upon. So again, I had to put this out. Progress is being made, heading on in, get